The Super Bowl is Sunday, and the party has already begun in New Orleans, the site of this year's big game. As we all know, the Super Bowl is more than just a game now.
Joining us this morning to talk about the vibe during Super Bowl week in the Big Easy and all the parties and events is former Mainer and now current New Orleans resident and graphic designer and writer for the magazine Where You At, Bob Bukowski. First of all, what's the vibe down there with this being both Super Bowl week and New Orleans in the middle of Mardi Gras?
It's a tad insane, honestly. It's so fun, though. Obviously, we have all the Mardi Gras parades have kicked in since January 6th, and it's been ongoing, and they're just ramping up. And in the middle of it, they're able to squeeze in a Super Bowl parade with a Mardi Gras style going through the French Quarter on Saturday morning. So it's a party for sure.
Yeah, kind of like the perfect storm or perfect hurricane,
yes,
you could say. So the teams arrived Sunday, and last night was Super Bowl opening night. That included player interviews from the media. What was that like?
That was really, really interesting. That's my first one that I was ever able to attend. And I know Jeff from when he was a sports director down here in New Orleans years ago, had been to many, many of those. But from what I heard from boots on the ground, they said that that was one of the best organized ones they'd ever been to in terms of a opening night party for the Super Bowl. But it was great just seeing everyone there. They brought out the cheerleaders, they brought out the mascots, and then of course the big event was bringing out the players. So that was very cool. Getting to see, Patrick Mahomes, and of course, for the Swifties in the group, Mr. Kelsey made an appearance, and he was very charming. And then, of course, we had on the Eagles side of things, all the players there, and it was pretty special, and it was really just fun for the fans as well as obviously the press. And it's so funny to see seasoned press turn into little kids when their superstars walk by.
So true.
And by the way, there's so many events and activities and parties this week, some free, including what's going on in Jackson Square with St. Louis Cathedral. Talk about that.
Yeah, so St. Louis Cathedral is one of the oldest operating cathedrals in the country. And it's very iconic and, of course, a landmark for a lot of people who know New Orleans. And so what they've done there this week, starting on Sunday, and it's going to go all through till Monday, is projections on St. Louis Cathedral as well as the adjoining buildings. And it's pretty remarkable how they did it. And the art and artistry in it involves local artists. So a lot of people know the Blue Dog, George Orgeig. Of course, Michaelopoulos, who's very famous down here, and a handful of other ones, Becky Foss, etc. So there's all a style. It goes about 15, 20 minutes, and then it resets. So it goes off every half hour, completely free, and it's all set to music of local musicians, John Batiste, amongst others. It's a really breathtaking light show and very unexpected, and unlike a lot of things. I mean, we've had light shows in Portland in the past with City Hall and some other, but this one really took things to a new level. And I guess the NFL asked them to keep it up for another couple days so that they could include footage of it during the Super Bowl itself. So it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, very special. And one of the most popular events is always the NFL experience. So what can fans expect to see there?
Well, that's an excellent question because by all accounts, they're upping their game. It's going to be a lot of interactive material. Sometimes you'll be able to interchange and see different football players, coaches, etc. But that's sort of like as it comes. There's certainly expectations that there will be some, music stars possibly walking through, some with their families, maybe some just to check things out. But we'll see what happens. I know there's going to be a lot of youth programs, mentorships, and events like that. So it's really nice, and they're really making it really inclusive and involved for everybody, which is really nice.
Wednesday night is something called the Game Changer Gala. What is that all about?
Game Changer Gala is a really impressive philanthropic event. It's going to be a black tie gala. It's in honor of Steve Gleason. Well, it's not in honor of him, but he's the namesake of it. So Steve Gleason, for those who don't know, was instrumental in the Saints winning the Super Bowl by blocking a famous kick during the final moments of a game, and basically getting possession of the ball again. And unfortunately, he developed ALS, and he's sort of the big face of ALS these days. And so the party's going there as a benefit to ALS, and it's going to be a really big affair with, again, players and celebrities and things like that. So it's one everyone's looking forward to. It's at Mardi Gras World, which in itself is an amazing venue with all the floats and and decorations and stuff like that. So it promises to be a lot of fun and worth the price of admission.
That should be powerful as well. And Thursday is the halftime and pregame press conference, so we can expect to see some big music stars there.
Yeah, I believe some Grammy Award-winning Kendrick Lamar is doing the halftime show. Will be there, so that's obviously he's the focal point. Pre-game activities and some ancillary stuff will involve local musicians. Again, John Baptiste is a frequent name that comes up in these. Trombone Shorty and a few others. So that'll be really fun to see those folks up close and personal, see what their what their impression is, what they plan on doing for the Super Bowl, as much as they're going to be able to disclose. But just seeing how much it impacts them, and it's really just fun, especially the local musicians, seeing them in their element and relaxed and just having fun.
Well, Mainer even has a big event coming up this week in New Orleans, huh?
Absolutely. So the Portland's own Shamrock Sports, which is a pretty well-established sports marketing and agency for famous Olympians like Seth Westcott, Bodie Miller, etc. Michael Phelps, I believe. Brian Cochran, the head of that organization, is coming down here, and he's having a big shindig at Lucy's Retired Surfer Bar in the Warehouse District, not far from the Superdome. And I think it's about a block from one of your favorite places, Jeff.
That's right. It's very popular.
Well, on Saturday, what would a Super Bowl in New Orleans be without a big parade?
The parade's going to be amazing. I'm not really sure if they're going to include players. I would be surprised if they did, but it wouldn't, it would be the kind of parade that would be a surprise for people if they managed to pull it off. But it's going to be exactly that. So it's going to be a Mardi Gras level parade through the French Quarter. So it'll be a bunch of floats. I want to say somewhere between 20 and 30 floats. And then there'll be typically throws where people will be throwing souvenirs and things off the floats themselves, and people will be out cheering and having a great time.
How about the tailgate party leading up to the game on Sunday? Again, big name artists, also a big name foodie.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. There are no lack of tailgates for sure. And Guy Fieri's having the Flavortown tailgate, and that's actually a free event. It's ticketed, but tickets online, but it is free. But then there's different scaled levels if you did want to pay. So you could go anywhere from just, different perks, getting closer to acts, things like that, different food options, and then, of course, the VIP ticket, which gets into the hundreds, but still not terrible when you consider some of the prices for the Super Bowl ticket itself. And that's going to be along the riverfront. Guy Fieri is obviously an entertainer, and I think Diplo is going to be playing that for the entertainment. So it's another big party.
All right, Bob, final question. Quick question, Eagles or Chiefs? Who you got?
Oh, well, I'm a Saints fan, so I don't have a dog in this hunt.
All right, just enjoy the game.
That's right. Hey, what's the website for your magazine so fans can keep track of what's going on in the week-long party in the Big Easy?
Absolutely. So it's whereyat.com, WHEREYAT.com, and then of course our Facebook and Twitter, whereyatnola.com, or whereyatnola, at whereyatnola. And there's definitely ongoing images and videos and live streams from all over that on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if anyone wants to see last night's party, it's all up there.
All right, Bob, have a great week. Thank you so much for your time.
There you go. All right, I'm off.
Yeah, let the good times